Welcome. I'm Dr. Andrew Wilner, Associate Professor of Neurology at the University of Tennessee Health Science Center in Memphis, Tennessee, and the author of The Locum Life, a physician's guide to locum tenens. Today, I'm going to talk about Chapter 1. To begin, I'm often surprised when I tell people, hey, I just finished a book on locum tenens. I get a blank stare. Not everyone knows what the Latin term locum tenens means. Literally, locums is a place and tenens is to hold on, so a locum tenens is a placeholder. But let me read you the actual definition. So this is from Chapter 1. What is locum tenens? One filling an office for a time or temporarily taking the place of another, used especially of a doctor or a clergyman. So I think of locum tenens as a substitute teacher. There was someone there, and for a limited period of time, a new person has to come and fill that place. And I've worked locum tenens off and on now since 1982. Well, why would someone want to work locum tenens? Well, the common reason is to earn additional income. And we used to call that moonlighting. And moonlighting is another job on top of the job you already have. And locums can be worked for a week or a month or every other weekend or pretty much any way that it is convenient for the hospital or clinic who needs the extra help and for the person who wishes to do it. And there are three phases of a physician's life where locum tenens may come in handy. The first is immediately after graduation from residency. Many residents aren't really sure exactly what kind of practice they want to have or where they want to live, and temporary assignments of locum tenens can be taken in different parts of the country to try out living in California versus New York City, and also to try different practice styles. It may be very practical also to work for 6 months or a year or 2 years while the physician's partner catches up in training, whether it's medicine or another profession, so they can both move together. It also gives the new physician a chance really to try out their skills and to learn in a different environment. The second time that locum tenens comes into play is mid-career. And they can use their vacation time, for example, to work in a different city, in a different location, to earn additional income. One caveat is one has to be careful that one doesn't tread on non-compete or other contractual obligations to the primary source of income. Lastly, there's the pre-retirement group. There are many physicians in their 60s and 70s want to continue working, but they do want to cut back a little bit. And conventional employment doesn't always allow, particularly group practice, a physician to cut back. Many groups want all of the physicians to work full-time to take care of overhead, and cutting back may not be practical. So physicians are often faced with, I either have to continue all of my on-call responsibilities and full-time hours or retire. Locum tenens is another option. A pre-retirement physician can work 2 months, 6 months, and take the rest of the time off with different assignments without any obligation to continue. Well, how common is locum tenens? Locum tenens is growing, and currently there are approximately 50,000 physicians who work locum tenens. Why? Well, I think one of the primary reasons is that in 2016 was the first time that more than half of physicians were employed. A physician who owns their own practice is committed to that practice and that location. But an employed physician can pretty much come and go with a lot more ease. And so locums for employed physicians is very practical. A recent survey revealed that 11.5% of physicians, of the 1 million physicians in the United States, were considering locum tenens. Well, what are the downsides? The downsides are that it's temporary. You have to start again at a new job. You have to run your own business. You're a self-employed individual, typically receiving a 1099, although sometimes a W-2. And then there's credentialing. And we're going to talk about all of the downsides and a few more about the upsides, some more details in upcoming chapters. So this is Dr. Andrew Wilner. That was a brief introduction to Chapter 1 of my new book, The Locum Life, A Physician's Guide to Locum Tenens, available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and my website, www.andrewwilner.com. And I look forward to speaking with you on our next installment for Chapter 2. Thanks for watching.